Hello everyone, Mike MC, bringing another self-care video from the Catechism. Today I'm going to share with you number 272, and I think there's something very interesting here from the idea of powerlessness of God. Powerlessness, I thought God is the almighty being, the number one, numero uno, right? I thought he was the one that created everything. Of course he is. But 272 here is going to be interesting, sharing with you a bit of the humility side of God. And I think that'll be very interesting as far as connecting that kind of piece into our life today. So let me share with you number 272 of the Catechism. See where this takes us, and you'll see my point. So 272 of the mystery of God's apparent powerlessness states the following. Faith in God, the Father Almighty, can be put to the test by the experience of evil and suffering. God can sometimes seem to be absent and incapable of stopping evil. But in the most mysterious way, God the Father has revealed his almighty power in the voluntary humiliation and resurrection of his Son, by which he conquered evil. Christ crucified is thus the power of God and the wisdom of God. For the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. It is in Christ's resurrection and exaltation that the Father has shown forth the immeasurable greatness of his power in us who believe. Very interesting, right? But the resurrection and the idea that, okay, the foolishness of God is wiser than man. And that is so true. Would you rather take on God when he's technically at his weakest point? You would always lose. I would always lose. We'd all lose, right? That's the thing. You cannot go against number one, because number one is number one. That's the point. And the thing is, when you look at the resurrection, that piece with respect to Jesus and the idea of a human coming back to life, and you're thinking, okay, what is the connection of that weakness, that moment of a person dying? All of a sudden now we see the beautiful test of God's patience and love for his Son, that through all that hatred, all the people that wanted to despise and torture and kill him, out of love, he resurrected, right? Out of faith and hope, he resurrected all the parts of life that are so good. But then you think, okay, what about the misery, the sadness, the anger? People who were so angry at the Romans and the Jews and everybody for just trying to take down Jesus. And you think, oh, the people who then even betrayed him and Gentiles, everything, a part of the story. The thing is, from this perspective that I'm trying to bring up to you is, we will all face challenges. Friends will backstab friends if you're not careful. That'll happen in life. So always remember that your will, another person's will, cannot be controlled. And forgiveness is a part of that. And I think that connects to the powerlessness of God in the sense that, hey, where are you, God? I'm facing so much trouble right now. Why aren't you here in my life to make things better? Why am I so poor? I'm putting so much work in. I'm doing all the right things. I'm following the rules. I'm also taking care of people at work that are not supposed to be even thought of, right? Where are you in all of that? I'm doing all this work, and yet it seems like you're on the sideline just watching me do all this heavy lifting, not even lifting a finger, just looking at me doing all this foolish work for nothing. And you think, oh my gosh, there's no hope anymore. There is despair. But that's the thing. It's not despair. The test of God is to love him in all the harshness of life and reality. Our friends will backstab us. A tragic event in life. Toxic boss, toxic coworker, a toxic relationship, right? Toxic children. I mean, everything is real. Everything is real in life. And you think, oh wow, evil is so apparent when it just is free to roam on the world. But do you go against the person or the action that is committed instead? An old priest of mine used to say this: love the sinner, not the sin. And you think, okay, if I can even forgive them even, the sinner, okay, I can forgive the action. But that's a lot of pain. And where are you, God, in all that forgiveness? I felt so much pain when I was backstabbed. How can we accept this love in life because you were not there to help me in my worst moment? But then again, I'm talking to you right now. Then again, Jesus resurrected from the dead. Then again, there is hope that people just seem to talk about. They don't seem to let go of it throughout all of time in history. So there is something there. There is something real about hope and love. So don't give up on the idea that God is just forgetting and he's just going to forget you in all things. He's there. He's present. And the test of love put to the test, right? When you hold on to him in the tragic moments of life, he'll hold on to you. And when he comes around to bless you in the most beautiful way, the resurrection, which I tell you is going to be beautiful, it's going to be a wonderful thing. So hold on to hope and believe in good things for your life and ponder that as something to think about. So I hope number 272 of the Catechism was well for you today. Don't give up on yourself. Be strong and courageous, and don't forget that you and I, even though it feels distant that our communication with God is so far, that He is much closer than you realize. That's the power of an omnipotent God, and always remember that you can talk to Him at any time, and He could take on your worst criticisms, because He took it for your life as Jesus, God the Father, and now He's ready to listen to you and make your move. Go for it. I know you're going to be great. All right, everyone. I hope this one finds you well. Take care. Have a good one.